Welcome back to my channel. If you love true creepy stories from history, you're in the right place. The USS Stuart, DD-224, the ship that refused to die. In the heart of World War II, many ships went to war and never returned. But one ship, the USS Stuart, refused to stay silent. From fierce battles to an unexpected resurrection, this is the story of the destroyer that came back from the dead. Commissioned in 1920, USS Stuart was a Clemson-class destroyer. She was fast, lean, and ready. For over a decade, she patrolled peacefully, sailing across the Pacific and Southeast Asia. Life on board was simple. For a while. In 1941, peace shattered. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. The Pacific was on fire. USS Stuart was thrown into war. She joined the Asiatic Fleet, escorting ships, hunting submarines, and defending against sudden attacks. February 1942. The Battle of the Java Sea. Stuart and other Allied ships fought desperately against the advancing Japanese Navy. It was chaos. One by one, ships were lost. Stuart was hit and damaged badly. Stuart limped back to Surabaya, Indonesia, for repairs. But the dock was bombed. With no choice, the Navy scuttled the ship, believing it was beyond saving. They thought Stuart was gone forever. But Stuart didn't die. The Japanese captured the port, raised her from the dock, repaired her, and renamed her patrol boat number 102. She now served the enemy, haunting the very ocean she once protected. In 1945, U.S. forces found Stuart in a Japanese port. The ship had survived, against all odds. They brought her back to the United States as a war prize. She had returned, proud and weathered. In 1946, Stuart was finally decommissioned. She was old, tired, and full of history. The Navy used her as a target ship, and she was sunk off the coast. But her story had already become legend. Stuart's story isn't just about steel and war. It's about survival, transformation, and return. From America to Japan and back again, she became more than a ship, she became a symbol of resilience. USS Stuart's story proves that even when we're broken, we can rise again. If you found this story moving, help us keep these forgotten tales alive. Like, share, and subscribe for more untold naval legends. The SS Bachamo, trapped in ice, 1931, in the frozen Arctic, there's a legend of a ghost ship. A real ship, trapped in ice, abandoned, yet seen again and again. This is the true story of the SS Bachamo, a mystery of the sea that never sank and never stayed still. Bachamo was built in Sweden in 1914. She was a steel cargo steamer, made for long journeys in freezing waters. At first, she belonged to a German company, but after World War I, she was taken by the British and handed to the Hudson's Bay Company. They used her to trade with Inuit villages in Canada, carrying fur, food, and supplies. In 1931, Bachamo set out once again from Canada to trade in the Arctic. The crew expected cold winds and ice, but they didn't expect what came next. By October, the ice became too thick. Near Barrow, Alaska, the ship got stuck. The crew left the ship and walked to shore. A few days later, the ship broke free. Only to get stuck again. By late October, a powerful blizzard hit. When it cleared, Bachamo had vanished. The crew thought she had sunk, but days later, they found her, 20 miles away, still afloat. After trying to salvage the ship for weeks, the crew gave up. On November 24, 1931, they left Bachamo behind. Thinking she would never be seen again, but that wasn't the end. Over the next 38 years, the SS Bachamo was seen many times. Trappers, explorers, and even other ships spotted her drifting silently through icy waters. She became a ghost ship, no crew, no flag, just floating through the Arctic. Sometimes people boarded her, but no one could ever take her back. It was like the ice itself was protecting her. The last confirmed sighting was in 1969, almost 40 years after she was abandoned. Then, she was gone. Was she swallowed by the sea? Did she finally break apart under the ice? No one knows for sure. Today, the SS Bachamo is one of the greatest ghost ship legends in history. A story of survival, mystery, and the power of nature. The SS Bachamo became more than just a ship. She became a legend. A reminder that the sea never forgets, and sometimes, it never lets go. Would you board a ship like Bachamo if you found her today, or would you let her float on, forever trapped in ice? If you found this story chilling and fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mysterious true stories from history. Drop a comment below. What would you do if you found the Bachamo? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next deep dive into the unknown. Ghost ship mysteries. Vessels found adrift with no crew. Ghost ships, silent vessels drifting across oceans with no soul aboard. These stories sound like horror movies, but they are real. Today, we dive into some of the strangest and most chilling ghost ship mysteries, starting with the most famous of them all, the Mary Celeste. It was December 1872. The crew of another ship, the Dei Grazia, spotted a drifting brig near the Azores Islands. It was the Mary Celeste. The ship looked strange. It was moving oddly, quietly, and nobody answered calls. When they boarded, they found the ship completely empty. Everything was in place. The crew's belongings were untouched. Food was still in the kitchen. Even the cargo, alcohol barrels, was safe. But the lifeboat was gone. It looked like the crew had left suddenly. But why? There were no signs of struggle. People have tried to solve the mystery for over 150 years. Some believe in pirates. Others suggest seaquakes or alcohol fumes causing an explosion scare. Some even think it was a mutiny or alien abduction. But no theory fits perfectly. In 1955, another ghost ship appeared, the MV Joyita. Found drifting in the Pacific Ocean with no crew. Even cargo and supplies were missing. The ship was still floating, though badly damaged. No one from the 25 people aboard was ever found. In 2003, the High Aim 6, a Taiwanese fishing boat, was found drifting near Australia. The crew had vanished without warning. Strangely, their personal things were still on board. The engine was running. Food was untouched. Authorities were baffled. Ghost ships aren't just mysteries, they're warnings. Stories like these remind us how deep, dark, and unknown our oceans truly are. Every empty deck feels like a place frozen in time, waiting to speak. But forever silent. Some say the sea keeps her secrets. Maybe these ghost ships will never give us the truth. But one thing is clear, their stories will never stop haunting us. If you enjoyed this mysterious journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a chilling tale. More stories from the deep sea are coming soon. Stay curious.